If you are a Western astrologer, I want to let you know about an amazingly accurate and longer-term predictive cycle used in Vedic astrology. Sade Sati or Shani Dasha or Shani Sade Sati is roughly a 7.5-year long phase determined by planet Saturn's transit through the 12th, 1st, and 2nd house from the natal moon of a birth chart. In other words, the sign Saturn is in before the moon sign, when Saturn transits the sign the moon is in, and transit of Saturn through the sign after the moon sign. For example, if you have a moon in Sagittarius, Sade Sati would start when Saturn entered the sign of Scorpio as the first phase. The second phase would begin when Saturn enters the sign of Sagittarius, and the third and final phase would start when Saturn transits the sign of Capricorn. It would be finished when Saturn enters the sign of Aquarius. You can use this technique in your Western astrology practice too, with very accurate results. Vedic astrologers have often said that this time can be a period of difficulty and hardships, or success, depending on how you have navigated your life up to this point in terms of reality thinking. As Saturn is part of the 10th sector in my 12th sector associative astrology teachings, it represents the driving force of your ability and need to achieve recognition for your talents, skills, and accomplishments as you move into your purpose, calling, and life mission. If you have not focused your energies correctly here, you will have problems that need fixing. The house the moon is in and the house it rules are also areas of consideration. The difficulties can be you work hard with no results. You are deserving and yet you are passed over. Your intentions are continually misunderstood. Frustration with mental turmoil and feeling down and restless. A delay in the results of your hard work, career and financial woes. Feeling abandoned by family and friends. Your health suffers. Suffice it to say that Saturn is a planet that knocks on your door and says, have you put in the required work? Have you fulfilled your obligations towards family and your community? Have you been responsible for your actions? Have you been disciplined and committed? If the answer is yes, Saturn says, I will bring you the fruits of your labor. If not, delays and frustrations will result. Saturn says, I'm only asking you to fill in the cracks of your foundations that I have exposed. Saturn mainly teaches us to learn some important life lessons and to correct our imbalances. Sade Sati is a phase of transformation. And once it's over, recovery will happen, but we must begin to put things right based on lessons we have learned over the Shani Sade time span. In my 12th sector associative astrology approach, Saturn is a higher octave of the moon. Saturn stabilizes and gives structure to the moon. This is needed and necessary because the house the moon occupies is where circumstances related to the activities of that house can change and fluctuate a lot. So a Saturn-Moon connection can be a good thing and bring benefits when the moon is given structure and direction. There is also another kind of Shani Sade known as the Dhaiyya, which lasts 2.5 years, also called the Small Panoti or small troubles. This is when Saturn enters the sign that squares your moon. As an example, if the moon is in Sagittarius, when Saturn is either in Virgo or Pisces, you will have the same themes as Shani Sade, but with less intensity. Have patience and perseverance. You will get through the Shani Sade and the Small Panoti periods and be better for it from a soul level perspective. I know that in the small picture, for some people, living through this period can actually suck. But just keep focusing on your mission, your talents, and your purpose, and realize that this is just a corrective phase and is not meant to diminish you as a person. So if you're a Western astrologer, I would highly recommend you to investigate Shani Sade for yourself. It's an amazing technique to help give your clients direction in addition to the other astrological tools you use. By the way, I may have mispronounced those Sanskrit words, but I will put them in the description, and you can pronounce them how you want.